The first time I ever had a conversation with God was day probably 76 of a 180-day stay in an ICU unit. And it was ugly. I started having this conversation with him, and I says, and you're the God that loves me that people have told me about. How is it that I am here dealing with this now with all of this love that everybody has told, these people have told me you have for me? If I don't see that, if I don't get to see a glimpse of that, a glimpse of light at the end of this tunnel, I'm going to turn into the ugliest heroin addict you've ever seen. He looked at me and he says, son, you're where you need to be right now. Because there were times when I literally had planned to take my life during that time frame. And the drugs is what helped me. I passed out. I had it all set, ready to go, but I passed out, woke up the next day to a changed feeling. And I think that interaction that night in that hospital room was the beginning of the relationship that he wanted from me.